Hi, welcome to an owner's review of a Rolex Explorer 214270. Now this is a consumer's point of view. It's all about how the watch feels, what it makes me feel like, and the experience is when I put it on my wrist. So there is no technological conversations going on here. I'm not going to talk to you about specifications. I'll leave that to the horological masters and also the jewelers. This is all about what the watch is like on the wrist, what it looks like, how it feels, and that's as simple as it is. So let's start. First and foremost, I'll talk to you about the current demand for all Rolex watches as of 2020. Everybody who knows Rolex will know that there is a huge demand on the professional range sports models, as this Explorer is. As of August 2020, if you go to any of the authorized dealers, you're looking into 12 to 18 months potentially before you get a watch, and at that you've got to register your interest. So luckily for me, I had this in June, and it is just a lovely looking watch. Now it's a 39mm watch, and now by today's standards 39mm is actually small. If you look, everybody tends to go for 42 and 44. If you're a Breitling fan, you're into the 46s. It is actually a small watch. That said, you'll see on my wrist, I've got a 6.5 inch wrist, so I'll put it on. My wrist is a little bit on the smaller side, but we'll see what it looks like. What you have is a lovely polished bezel against brushed stainless steel, and it's a nice complement of kind of shades, if you will. If you look at the dial, it's a matte black dial with the markers being in white gold, as well as the hands. You've got the Mercedes hands there, and a lovely little circle in the sweeping second. When it's on your wrist, if you look at the watch, they really contrast quite well, with it being a matte colour. Now if you turn the watch to the side, you'll see that it's a polished case on the side, and the same on this one, obviously, and an oyster bracelet which is stainless steel brushed. But if you look at end links, or the end of the links, they're actually highly polished, as is the clasp, against stainless steel brushed. So again, it's got that nice contrast to it. Yeah. So the clasp itself, I love that applied crown, the Rolex crown, rather than it being etched or printed or whatever. It just makes it look a bit more classy and elegant. Polished there as well, with a nice Rolex logo, as you'll see. Now on the wrist, it's not a bulky watch. So can you wear this watch every day if you wear a suit, or can you wear it for evening wear as a dress watch, and can you wear it as a casual watch? It ticks a lot of boxes. Whilst it is 39mm and it isn't quite as bulky as perhaps your Submariners and your GMTs and your deep seas, it's not really meant for that anyway, but it is just. And I'll put it on my wrist, you'll see. I've got a 6.5 inch wrist, I was saying, so slightly on the smaller side. We'll turn it over. Got a little pivot point on the clasp there, which you'll see. Fold over clasp. And that's it there. Now if I look at it on the side, you'll notice it's not too bulky. The lugs are actually shaped kind of downwards, so it's a nice snug fit, and very, very light to wear, very easy to wear. You don't even notice that you've got it on your wrist. So what I love about it is when people see this watch, they actually do comment saying that it's a nice looking watch. Not your traditional Rolex, I suppose, with the bezels, rotating bezels, and dive watch and the Cyclops. So it's slightly different to those, and I suppose that's why it gets a little bit more of a comment. It's not your run-of-the-mill Rolex watch, but it is such a lovely looking piece, it really is. I would certainly recommend that if you are in the market for one and you can find an authorized dealer who has got one, definitely buy it. I'll tell you for why. Because they are going over list on eBay, they're going over list on Chrono24. Certainly have a look at other sites as well. Now, I'm not saying buy it to go to sell it. Buy it, keep it, enjoy wearing it, just like it for what it is, love it for what it is, and it's an investment piece for you anyway. If you're ever in a difficult situation where you need quick access to money because of a circumstance that you can't control, you know what? That's your cash cow there, if you will. Yeah, that's your get out of jail free card there. But in terms of a horological piece of wearing a watch and enjoying it and liking it, look, buy it for that purpose only. But be assured that it is an investment. You will never ever lose money. So, and there's not many watches that would say that. I was a massive Breitling fan, and I'm sad to say every single Breitling I pretty much bought from brand new lost money, and you just don't get that with Rolex. And you know what? They're just an iconic brand. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you.